Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. Last time, they were trying to redo the generator, the big piece of machinery back there, and the kid and you got into a bit of a bit of a debate about the existence of ghosts and aliens and etc. etc. Mostly caused from this mysterious girl that he saw, but can't explain where she's at right now. So pretty much sums it up right there. So we are moving forward. Okay. I wonder if Lemuria angered God and he sent it to the bottom of the ocean. I mean, if the people of Lemuria had such an advanced civilization, maybe God struck them down for their pride or something. Huh? You? Hello?
あ、いけないいけない。危うく私まであっちの世界に行っちゃうとこだったわ。
Danger, danger.
もっとバカ的にバカ的に。よし、これでもう大丈夫。オッケーオッケー。要するに君はバベルの塔と同じだって言いたいわけね。
Tower of Babel?
旧約聖書の創世記ってお話に出てくる塔のことよ。そのお話の中で人間は自分たちの映画を誇示するために高い高い塔を作ろうとするの。天にも届かんばかりの巨大な建造物。でもそんな人間の行為に神様が腹を立ててしまった。人間の分際で生意気だってね。かくしてその塔は神の力で破壊され工事は中止させられちゃいましたと。これがバベルの塔の神話。
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Completely, yeah. I did it without stopping my work.
だとしたらそれはきっとシバ神みたいな神様の仕業ね。
Shiva?
破壊神にして再建の神シバ。1000を超える無数の異名と4本の腕、4つの顔、3つの目を持つヒンズー教の三大主神の一人なの。
Wow, he's what? Actually, I guess that is a very symmetrical person.
再生のために自ら世界を破壊してしまう神様なんだけど、その破壊が徹底されたものであるほど次に大きな可能性を秘めた存在が生み出されるらしいの。
Kind of like starting from square one is better than fixing something halfway?
多分ね。だからもしレムリアが神様の怒りで海に沈んだとしたら、そんな神様が滅ぼしたんだと思うのよ。
Oh, I see. A god that would purge the world of filth by destroying it? A god that damned people drunk with pride and forced rebirth?
ほらほら、手が止まってるぞ。とっとと手を動かす。
I'm already done. Get to see. I finished putting in all the screws.
じゃあ今度はこのボルトを閉めて。
I handed the screwdriver to her and took the wrench. Somewhere along the line, I'd been put in charge of the work. It's her way of tricking you. When you pointed the flashlight near me, I saw 3 bolts in the shape of a triangle. Did you say that Shiva has 3 eyes?
うん。
That means put the wrench between my eyebrows. He'd have another eye right here then.
そういうこと。なんでもその第三の目からはこの世のすべてを焼き尽くす超過の光を放つんだって。
Wow. Sounds pretty cool. I want one of those. I said that as I tightened the top bolt. But I bet a visit to the optometrist would be a pain. Good job, kid. Good job.
レンズがもう一つ余計に売れるんだから好都合だと思うけど。
And then all the kids would call you Six Eyes. Hey, Six Eyes. With the Three Stooges, would they have had to do the use the middle three fingers to do the. Hey, it's the kid's fault. He made me think of that. I thought to myself that making the custom frame is what would cost a fortune. I didn't dare say it. Actually, lenses are really expensive. I think the frames for my glasses was only like... Well, anyway, I paid a lot more for the actual lenses than the frames. But then again, I have a really thick right lens.
世界中の文献を紐解いてみると、第三の目っていう概念はシバ神だけに限らず、仏教やヨガの世界にも存在してるらしいの。
And Dragon Ball.
透視能力、遠隔視、スーパービジョン、霊の知覚、未来視、過去視。神がかり的な力の源であったり、あるいは厳しい修行の末に習得できる超能力だったり、諸説いろいろあるんだけど、それらに共通して言えることは
When the third eye opens, true wisdom is apparent and all becomes visible.
言うなれば人知を超えた存在、超人の象徴ってわけ。
Real wisdom. The real wisdom of keeping your index finger elevated and not hitting the button. You can tell I don't have three eyes, I just have two. Muttering that, I turned to face the bolt again. If I had that, I'd be able to get my memory. Yeah, right. If there really is such a thing, I want one.
欲しいって第三の目を？
Yeah, if I had one, maybe I could see my past. And maybe I know who that girl is. Anyway, I'd like to see what it's like.
見たいの？
Yeah, maybe I could see something.
じゃあ見せてあげようか。
What? I looked up, and there was Yu's face. What? When did she get so close? We were at a distance where we could just about feel each other's breath. The tips of our noses just about touched. That's how close her face was. You.
見たいんでしょ？
You stared me in the eye, she said this. I couldn't speak. My legs shook. My heart was beating as fast as it would go. It felt like it would jump right out of my chest.
ほら、よーく見て。
You lifted up her bangs and placed your finger on her forehead.
ここにあるでしょ？第三の目が。
On Yu's face, there was nothing. All I could think about was her nice skin and sweet smell. You grabbed her stomach laughing. Huh? What?
冗談冗談冗談だっぴゃー。
What?
おかしすぎるよ。ここまでもろに引っかかってくれるなんて君最高だよ。
You're so mean, you. You tease me even though you know how serious I am.
ごめんごめん。少年がまたしても変なこと言い出すからちょっぴりいたずら心が芽生えちゃって。それにね、あながち嘘でもなかったりするんだよね。
Saying that, you pointed to her forehead again. What do you mean? I wondered why he had two eyes. Common knowledge had it that physically 2 eyes were enough for gaining the distance to a point or focusing on something. What would it be like if we really used to have 3 eyes? Actually, the animal ancestors of vertebrates had 3 eyes. Would a 3rd eye right in the middle of the forehead help or hinder depth perception? I'm just thinking that. I would think it. Could it hinder it unless you had like a 4th eye underneath it? Cause you have like the beams narrow, or maybe be like another beam to narrow, so you could like have super depth perception. That piece of paper is precisely 17 and 3 inches away. Early species of primitive reptiles, like the tuatara lizard that still has a third eye on the top of its head. Again, they're mentioning the tuatara lizard. I need to look that up. Cause where did they mention that before? Something to do with Taxi and Tsugumi? I don't know. The organ has a similar function to the eyeball and lies on the top of its head, top of the head. Oh wait, is that dangly, the thing with the dangles, the dangle thing on its forehead? Is that what it is? Yeah, if that's what it is, and I think I know what you're talking about. The organ has a similar function to the eyeball and lies on the top of the head. This organ would be sensitive to the light of the outside world and control internal hormone secretion and balance based on light. And now on the crest of one's head would stare straight up. It seems safe to say that it would sense the difference in light between day and night. Of course, another thing about an eye on the forehead is it'd be really unsafe. Because, you know, your eyes are kind of sunken in to keep stuff from hitting them. So, if it's just right there, it'd be very easy to hit. Make playing sports very unsafe. A right eye, a left eye, and one above. An eye on the top of the head would to stare at the sky. Wait, I think he's talking about the forehead. Only we people and higher vertebrates had lost the third eye over a long process of evolution. It had been covered by the cerebrum, and we lost our ability to sense light directly. Therefore, we had 2 light-sensitive eyeballs, one on each side instead. This lost third eye was called a pineal body. This had functioned in the brain for eons and was responsible for secreting hormones that helped carve out our 24-hour rhythm. What we called our internal clocks existed because of this pineal body. And that was essentially the rundown that you gave me as I was tying in the bolts.
つまり、第三の目って言っても、人体科学的な意味で考えると、退化した器官の一つに過ぎないわけで。
You mean like an appendix or the web in between fingers?
そういうこと。
I finished with the bolt.
OK。それでこっちの作業は完了だよ。疲れた。
You stretched as she said this. I put both hands on my waist and stretched. We were both drenched in sweat. Hey, I was wondering. So that occult stuff that you were just telling me about is for the offensive purposes, right? Oh, it's for offensive purposes too.
そうね。あれは攻撃のためでも防御のためでもなく、何の役にも立たない無駄な知識ね。なのに捨てようと思っても捨てられない。多分頭の根っこのとこにしっかりと溶接されちゃってるんだと思う。
But you planted it there yourself, right?
とんでもない。犯人は母親よ。
Your mom?
そう。私のお母さん、考古学の研究者なの。
Oh, okay, that's why she knows stuff. Okay.
主に第三視点とかいう古い概念のことを専門にしてるらしいんだけど。
Okay, well that makes things make more sense. Because she does know quite a lot about it.
とにかくちっちゃな頃からそれ関連の話を子守歌代わりに聞かされ続けてきたのよ。
Wow. That's for me and the kid. It's quite the stories to tell a child. The third eye. How about that? I wondered if the third eye could be related to something. I would ask about possible connections, but my mind and body were completely drained. Oh well, I'll save that for next time.
考古学なんて大っ嫌いだったのに。
You decided she said this.
気がついたらいつの間にか考古学のある学部に進学してた。
It's kind of weird. Like mother, like daughter?
そんな生優しいもんじゃないと思う。
Yu's shoulder slumped and she let go a sigh again.
これはある種の呪いよ。
Soon at that, it looked like Takshi and Sarah had finished their work as well. Well, it had turned into an adventure, but at least we had finished the repairs. It was just like Sarah had said. The cause of the blackout was the opening of the safety valve due to the drop in air pressure. When pressure from the steam becomes excessive, the valve automatically opens to release the gas and prevent damage. Normally, after release of surplus gas, the valve is designed to shut naturally. But we're only at 1 atmosphere. Because the safety valve never closed, the steam continued leaking. Anyway, that was the gist of the explanation. We left the generator room and went to the pipe room. There we opened the valve we had closed before the repairs. And returned to the generator room.
さて、それじゃあ行ってみますか。
Takshi whispered the question as we stood in front of the generator room. That didn't sound like much of a whisper.
スイッチ入れるぞ。
Sarah, you and I nodded silently.
心の準備はできたかな？
Just do it. Quit asking the stupid questions. Just do it.
そこ、うるさいよ。
You better be glad Tsugumi ain't here. She would get to the point across much more forcefully.
では、カウントダウンを始めよう。50秒前。
50も数えるの？
45秒前。
Takshi continued ignoring
う
her.
らなに、いくらなんでも長すぎるってば。
40、39、38、
It was irritating.
37、36、35、
So irritating.
34。
But fascinating. The number there. I can do remedial math at the top of my head. All three of us except Takshi pushed the button.
こら、勝手にスイッチ入れんなよ。まだ34秒前じゃねえか。
Nobody wants to wait 34 seconds. Somebody had to push it.
たかだか30秒ちょっとも待てないのか、お前らは。
待てる
こういうのはだな、ある種の儀式というか形式というか、とにかく非常に大切なことであって。
10 would work. What number did he start with Tsugumi? I can't remember. I know it ended on 17. I think, didn't it? Yeah. But so these, I guess he probably started with 30 or something. Whoa, they look scared. The lights lit up all at once. The light poured down, illuminating even the corners of the room. It's like our field of vision had expanded in an instant.
17。
は？
ちょうどさっきのカウントが17秒前の時、電気がついたの。
Oh.
それがどうかしたの？わかりません。
Oh
電気が
yeah!
つくまでちょうど17秒だったんですよ。
I remember that. Tsugumi was like, that's right, she said. Hey, the lights came on. 17 seconds after I pushed the button. Oh, I see. I understood what she was saying. I mean, if we would have pushed it at 17 seconds, it would have just been right.
うん。それは傑作ね。
ち。
I wasn't sure if Takshi was over his anger, but he shouldered the heavy toolbox and left the room. We retraced our path until we were in front of the neutral buoyancy elevator. The frozen tuna's empty eyes were waiting for us. The elevator we had used coming down had already floated up to Zoite's stop. But to the left, the floor display was lit up with the numbers there, 3.
ああ、よっこらどっこいしょっと。
Taxi groaned as he put the toolbox on the floor of the elevator.
おっさんみたい。
うるせえ。どうせお前に比べりゃおっさんだよ、俺は。
While they needled each other, I pushed the up button next to the door. The internal and external watertight doors had already sealed automatically. We could hear air being sent into the ballast tank under the floor. Finally, the egg-shaped elevator didn't start to float up.
マジ?
The sound beneath the floor had stopped and silence had returned.
またなの？どうしてこうも次から次へと厄介な事態が発生するのかしらね。
Knowing it was useless, I pushed the up button repeatedly. Of course, I didn't move an inch. Alright, so what do we do? Just as I said that, the monitor just to the right of the round window flickered to life.
田中さん、松永さん、少年さん。
そら、お前どこ行ってたんだよ。探したんだぞ。
大変ご迷惑をおかけしました。申し訳ありません。
The image of Sora in the monitor bowed deeply.
まあ、そんなことはどうでもいいじゃない。ソラ、発電機の方は私たちで直しといたから。そのようですね。ありがとうございました。本当に。
でだ、分かってると思うけど、今俺たちは卵、愛の中にいて。
ええ、分かっています。愛が動かないのですね。どうすればいいのかな。まずその原因についてなのですが、おそらく内部気圧が減少した関係でバラストタンク内の海水を十分に排出することができないからだと思われます。つまり
You mean it isn't buoyant enough?
はい、浮上させる方法はいくつか考えられますが
But the main reason is for some people to get the heck out. And then we decided to split into pairs to ride the elevator. In line with the principle of Archimedes, if the buoyancy was insufficient, we had to lighten the load. First Sarah and I got into Wow, I'm really bad about the double clicking. Sora and Sagumi were waiting at Suete's
お
stop.
二人とも本当にご苦労様でした。
Sora beamed a welcoming sky. What? Psh. Sora beamed a welcoming smile at us. Sagumi just stood there, staring at Sarah and me. Next came you. And then the tuna took the elevator to return to our floor. And everybody applauded the tuna. I noticed that when Sagumi saw you cradling the frozen fish, she grinned for the first time. Sora, on the other hand,
大丈夫ですか、倉成さん。
Sora ran up next to the fish in a panic.
先輩、そのマグロ持ってきたんですか。大切な食料なんだから当然でしょ。食べ物を粗末にすると罰が当たるよ。そんなことよりも倉成さんが
Is she thinking what I think she's thinking? Sora was still flustered and babbling next to the fish. What if she really thought that Taxi had turned into a tuna? That'd be awesome if they could like communicate with Taxi. Stay down there for a while. We're gonna have fun with this.
私のせいで倉成さんが一体どうしたらいいのでしょう。
お取り込み中申し訳ないんだが。
え？
俺の方こそどうしたらいいのでしょうって感じなんですがね。
I believe her logic circuits were a little faulty there. Nearly an hour had passed since the power had come back online. We gathered in the third floor conference room. Taxi, Sagumi, Sora, you, Sarah, and I, all six of us were sitting in the chairs just letting time pass. The rescue team still hadn't come. Our situation didn't show any sign of changing. 'Takushi's yawn spread from person to person. I desperately tried to keep from yawning. Only Sora had her head down and looked as if she were thinking about something. We were bored silly. I hadn't realized that doing nothing could be so hard. Well, I might as well get some exercise. Thinking that, I stood from the chair.
あれどうしたの
Sarah shot me the question, slumped in the chair next to mine. We've got all this time, so I thought I'd go for a little walk.
あ、だったらさ、何か飲み物持ってきてよ。
Huh? What was this an in that case thing?
私喉乾いちゃってさ、売店にジュースとか置いてあったよね。
Think so.
じゃあ、よろしくね。
Could get your own drink, you're saying. So if I choose this, I'm gonna go with a no problem. But if you say this, does he say like, I don't think so? Yeah, I'll go with no problem. I'll be nice. Wait, did I just screw it up? For you? Dang it! I hope I didn't. Dang it. Oh well, so any kind of juice is okay. I'm annoyed because of my decision. I guess you have to be a complete jerk to the people who you don't want to finish their storyline to be safe.
いいよ。
Great. I felt like the group hierarchy had sorted itself out. I'm guessing he doesn't feel like he's on top. Guessing he feels like the little servant boy. I left the conference room and headed for the kiosk. Had a good idea of where it was from wandering around the complex the day before. I went through the rest area on the way. Huh? Something had been left on the bench. It was wrapped chicken sandwiches. Figured these were probably sandwiches that Takashi had made and taken to Sugumi and Sora. Bet that during the blackout they had been forgotten. I might as well take these along. I took the sandwiches and put them in my pockets. Maybe that's why he starts to get tired of them, because he ate a couple extra ones that he shouldn't have. At the kiosk, I started looking for drinks. There's enough food and drinks for us to survive for days. That's good, because they only have days to last there. The only food there was chicken sandwiches and the ingredients to make them, but at least we didn't have to worry about food, meaning we were unfortunately fortunate. I took 6 cans of cola from the kiosk's freezer. Cola. Nondescript cola. Only Sarah had asked, but I thought I'd take back enough for everyone. Here we go. Cradling cola in both arms, I started back. Here you go. When I came back, everyone was chatting loudly. Cards were randomly placed on the table facing down. They might have been playing a game. Is this Super Omega Consumery Deluxe Alpha 3?
おかえり。
I figured since I was there, I'd bring back enough for everyone.
大義でござった。
Sarah took 2 of the 2 cans and handed one to you.
はい、先輩にもどうぞ。お、気が利くじゃん、少年。
You took the cola from Sarah and popped open the tab. Like a pro, she held the fizz down so it wouldn't explode. She didn't go getting herself all drenched in soda. So, what were you all up to with the cards? I put the remaining 4 cans on the table.
ピロピロピンポンドーンだよ。
Mental cuts. What's that?
あれ知らないの？ピロピロピンポンドーン。
Never heard of it.
そっか、少年は記憶喪失だから忘れちゃったんだね。超有名なゲームなんだよ。
I realized that I couldn't remember even these kinds of things. Hey, I wonder if he's forgotten how to play Monopoly. Depending on what type of person he is, he should be happy or unhappy. I wondered if I should have been more uneasy about my lost memory than I was. First I thought I'd have a cola. Because whenever I don't know if I should be, when I'm uncertain about stuff, I just have me a nice cola. Oh, by the way, I also brought these. I remember the sandwiches and holding the can in my right hand, plunged my hand into my left pocket.
Nani?
This here. I removed the wrapped sandwich.
どうしたんだこれ？お前が作ったのか？
It was on a bench in the rest area. Didn't you leave it there, Takashi?
ああ、そっか。空に渡し損ねたやつか。停電の騒ぎの時置いてきたんだった。
Thought that somebody might be hungry.
素晴らしい。君って本当に気が利くな。
You rushed over and violently mussed up my hair. Oh, that's right, I have another one. Feeling good about myself, I put the can in my other hand and went to get the sandwich from my right pocket. It's kind of confusing that he keeps describing very menial things here. What in?
どうしたの？
It's gone. There's nothing in my right pocket.
落としたんじゃないの？
No, no way. I didn't think that I could have dropped it. Somehow I felt there was something odd going on. Yes, there's a chicken sandwich thief. We ought to contact the Hamburglar to find out if he can help us with the with this case. Kind of like he could be like Hannibal Lecter, and this chicken sandwich guy can be like the weird lotion dude. Buffalo Bill, yeah, that's right. Bob or Bill? Bill, yes. Yeah, okay. But anyway, on that note, I believe I'm going to cut it off here. Which I probably should have cut off about a minute ago before I did that. But anyway, hope you folks did enjoy, and I shall return later. Farewell.